Good afternoon. It's another edition. 32nd episode. We're going to have a slight name change. Harness News update, but still the same show with the same person, Trey Colbeck. Episode 32 of now what's called Harness News update. I don't always do it quite live, so I thought it would be better to change the name. August 11th edition got a lot to go over. Some final recaps from Mohawk last night, the Pure Ivory and the Millard Farms. Also our classic Sire Stakes action, leg 3 of the gold. Two-year-old trotters, both Colton Geldings and trotters went down at Georgian Downs the other day. Of course, our US Sire Stakes action, and then I'll tee up a bunch of stake races going up over the weekend. So again, a lot to go over, but first I want to thank our presenting partner Harness Link. Make sure you check out harnesslink.com for news all around the world, New Zealand, Australia, Europe, Canada, and the US. Harness racing everywhere. Amazing riders. All just on your website. And of course, today's episode is sponsored by Harness Bid, the game changer for the standardbred and harness racing bloodstock industry, providing buyers and sellers with easy to use online platform that offers global reach, unparalleled transparency, and convenience for its customers. With zero commissions on every horse sold, buyers can purchase horses with the confidence that they are getting the best value for their money, while at the same time sellers can list their horses without worrying about hefty commission fees eating into their profits. For more information and to get started, visit harnessbid.com. First up, we'll look at the recaps of the two finals that went down at Woodbine Mohawk Park last night. First up, the Pure Ivory for 2-year-old trotting fillies, $79,500 up for grabs. You know what? The betting favorite breaks early, but let's see who pulls out the win.
Pretty quick time. Stubborn Chi loose on the lead for James McDonald on the final turn. Here's an attempted redemption by Cold Snaps moving up on the outside. She's not going to be first to the bridle of Stubborn Chi, though, as Draw the Line has pulled the pocket. Still following in the front four has been Woman of Passion, and then it's back along the inside to Vanjie Blue Chip attempting redemption along with Baby Be My Love. They're off 3/4 in 1:27-1 in the stretch. Stubborn Chi, Draw the Line comes back out. Woman of Passion not reaching the leaders. Late stretch in the Pure Ivory final. 6-1 on Stubborn Chi. You got twos on top of the ticket. Head to the cashier's line for Stubborn Chi. Tight for the place.
Stubborn Chi by Muscle Hill gets her first career win and pulls off the minor upset. Like I said, the heavy favorite broke early, Cool Mabel, and she couldn't recover. For Stubborn Chi, third lifetime race, first win, like I said. She's usually the one breaking if you look at her lines in the first couple legs of the Pure Ivory. This time has no problem, under control, and gets the job done. A few races later, the boys had their turn for the $75,000 Millard Farms. Send It in Hanover goes a perfect 4 for 4 and also puts up a new lifetime mark of 155-2. Let's see how this young trotter does it.
Put with Stretton Yankee. Send It in Hanover making steady ground on his back on that final turn. To 3/4, here comes Flight Landing to the lead at the top of the stretch. Stalked on the outside by Send It in Hanover. Setting it up second over is Finite in an improving position. 126-2, 29-1 in the third quarter. Sylvain Filion still sitting mighty chilly on Send It in Hanover. Finite is upset-minded. Wheeled out for late stretch room in between trotters. Is gone goodbye along with Top Mast. Clear of the field now. Send It in Hanover. Top Mast one final lunge. It's close, but Send It in Hanover got there.
And there we go. Congratulations to the connections for both Stubborn Chi and Send It in Hanover. We'll move on quick here to the Ontario Sire Stakes, the gold division. They had leg 3 for 2-year-old Colton Gelding trotters and leg 3 of 2-year-old filly trotters at Georgian Downs earlier this week, Tuesday night. We'll look at the 2-year-old Colton Geldings first. 2 splits. First was race 3. Let's take a look at this one.
Position 4th is What About Elmo? And then it is back to Indy Be Quick, and Indy Be Quick with another break in stride. And they work their way towards the top of the stretch. Willow Time at 30-1, leading this first goal division and comfortably in command right now. Racing second is Hedge Fund Wizard, but it is Willow Time on down the stretch drive, and Willow Time off that 3/4 127-2 can coast to the finish. Willow Time is going to win. Then for second, it goes to Maestro Sealster.
Willow Time by looks like a Chippendale with his first career start. 158 flat was the mile time. He won his qualifier in 157-4 at Woodbine Mohawk Park. Mark Etzel trains. Later in the card, race 9, Soar Higher by Resolve. Also breaks his maiden in his fourth career start. He's been in each of the previous legs of the Ontario Sire Stakes Gold. Finished second in the first leg and third in leg 2. Puts up a 157-3 mile time for trainer Matthew Bax. Let's see this finish.
Third. Soar Higher is fourth. Fabulous Freddy is fifth, and then North of 9 is sixth, and then it is Copper Eagle. It is My Retirement Dream leading as they are about to turn for home. Mastercraft is racing second. Soar Higher to the outside, and on the inside, Mystery Deal on down the stretch where they come. My Retirement Dream digging his Mastercraft, and well wide and charging is Soar Higher. Soar Higher coming after My Retirement Dream. Soar Higher, My Retirement Dream. Close. Soar Higher appeared to get their My Retirement Dream.
And that again is Soar Higher. And that wraps up the Colton Gelding Trotters. But 2-year-old fillies also went down, like I mentioned. 2 splits as well. Race 2 and 4 on Tuesday night card. Let's see the first split.
At half of 59-1, it is a Sharp Willie's home run, who's about to round past third base and leads it right now by about 2 1/4 over Classy Royale. Valuable misses third, then dueling for fourth is Nautilus B and Sonar Sealster, and then hit the bank of the field is about to turn for home. 3/4 128. Willie's home run, Classy Royale on down the stretch drive they come. Willie's home run and Classy Royale. Willie's home run continues to dig, and Willie's home run is going to widen out the margin and take it under wraps. Willie's home run, and James McDonald wins it by about 5 lengths in 156-1.
Willie's home run by Archangel now has 3 straight wins after finishing second in her debut. All 3 wins have come in the Ontario Gold Sire Stakes. Her 156-1 mile time at Georgian Down was only a 1/5 of a second off her lifetime mark of 156 flat, which she of course got at Mohawk in the first leg of the Ontario Sire Stakes Gold. Robert Fellows trains this young trotting filly. A couple races later, race 4, No One by looks like a Chippendale gets her first career win. 158-3 was the mile time. Has competed in all 3 legs, but had distant finishes in the first couple. Bounced back with a second place in leg 2, and now gets the job done for trainer Bruce Richardson. Let's see this final mile, or quarter of a mile.
And fourth is Mascara, and then fifth is D.A. Alice, and sixth is Scarlet's Melody. And they race their way on that final turn, and it is No One who's got a lead of a length and a half. Evolving's racing position second, Mascara third, D.A. Alice racing fourth, and then Resolute Lady and Scarlet's Melody. Now Scarlet's Melody has taken over fifth, and Resolute Lady has dropped back to sixth on down the stretch drive off 3/4 129-1, and it is No One digging in, trying to close Evolving. No One and Evolving, they're dueling to the finish. No One on the inside, Evolving on the outside. The winner is No One over Evolving.
And that again is the 2-year-old filly Trotters that went down at Georgian Downs earlier this week on Tuesday. We're going to do something new too, little slightly new name. We're going to take a quick break here and give it a quick shout out to our sponsors once again. So we'll be back momentarily. And welcome back. Now we're next to the next section here. We're going to do our U.S. Sire Stakes recap brought to you by the United States Trotting Association. Thank you for that. So now we can able to take a look at everything going around south of the border for Sire Stakes action. Up this week, we had leg 6 of the 3-year-old Colton Gelding Pacers go down. Only one split. Let's see who wins this one.
24-1, 27-4, backside third quarter. Leader on the front end, Metal Man's trying to escape, but It's Me Mario's been unleashed 3 wide for the drive by Lauren Trenton, and she's gobbling up ground with every stride. So Metal Man better speed it up, because it's me Mario up on the outside. Metal Man, It's Me Mario on the outside, getting closer. Metal Man, It's Me Mario. Metal Man hanging on. It's me Mario tight for third.
Metal Man by Huntsville, 5th win of the year, first in the New York Sire Stakes. Didn't have a great start with a couple distant finishes in those couple starts in the New York Sire Stakes, but it's bounced back now here. He's got back-to-back wins in his record line. Travis Alexander trains the 3-year-old Pacer. Later in the week at Yonkers on Thursday night, just last night, 3-year-old Colton Gelding Trotters had their 5th leg of the New York Sire Stakes. 2 splits in this one. Let's see who wins the first one, which was race 2 of the card.
First up, McDonald keeps chasing after him. Wild Bill Kelso deciding whether he wants to cover or go to the pylons. 3/4 and 126 and 3. The field's on the final turn. Cecil Hanover. Aki's like a statue on the favorite. Here comes Wild Bill Kelso from the back of the pack to go around both Some Kind of Crazy and Onion Gum to get into second. Aki took a piece back. He likes what he sees. It's all Cecil Hanover. Battle for second, Onion Gum trying to stave off Wild Bill Kelso. It's going to be tight. It's going to be Onion Gum for the place over Wild Bill Kelso. Then Some Kind of Crazy. Mile 155.
Cecil Hanover by Chapter 7 gets a 3rd win of the year, 4th lifetime, won a couple legs of the New York Sire Stakes earlier in May early in May and June, but hasn't found the winner's circle since. A couple races later in race 4, Kierkegaard K, a Chapter 7, gets the job done. Was coming off a 9th place finish in the Hambletonian eliminations. Gets the 4th win of the year, however, on Thursday at Yonkers. Did win first win since winning the MGM Yonkers Trot elimination. Fortunately, finished 6th in that final. Let's take a look here at what this young trotter does.
Kierkegaard through 3/4 and 126. Kierkegaard keeps coming first up. Now Bongiorno pulled the plugs on Chapter Craze. These two going the best of all. In the pockets, Crown. Far outside, Spending Crazy gets into the game. Field turns for home. Bongiorno goes to work on Chapter Craze. Svanstedt and Kierkegaard right down the center. Favorites in deep water. Here's Kierkegaard. Kierkegaard. There's nothing to ponder here. He gave Svanstedt 3 in a row. Kierkegaard over Crown. Final time for the mile, 154 and 4.
And again, that wraps up the 3-year-old Colton Gelding Trotters at Yonkers on Thursday night. Kentucky, early on Tuesday, had 3-year-old Philly Pacers get their first leg of the Kentucky Sire Stakes Championship Division. 1 split. Let's see who wins this one.
Joe Fresh. She's out on the move there from 4th. Now 3 lengths off the lead. Sedata tracks up the favorite. 2nd over 5th in front of Cultured. And at the back still, let's misbehave as they race towards the top of the stretch. Always be naughty. But here's Strong Poison with a strong challenge right now. Strong Poison, look at the muscle right past Always Be Naughty, who's giving way. Twin B Joe Fresh still rolling though. Down the center, 3/4 was up in 122 and 1. And it's Twin B Joe Fresh who kicks off cover now past a Strong Poison. 4 outside Culture with late pace as they move into deep stretch now. Twin B Joe Fresh, she'll win it here at 1-4. Twin B Joe Fresh scores easily.
Twin B Joe Fresh, 4th win of the year, 12th lifetime, gets a new lifetime mark of 148 and 2. Back-to-back wins now, and now has over $800,000 in career earnings. Christopher Ryder trains this filly. Last but certainly not least, Pennsylvania had 2 splits for the 3rd leg of 2-year-old Philly Trotters at the Meadows earlier yesterday on Thursday. 2 splits, like I said. Let's see who wins the first one.
Sits a couple lengths back in 3rd. Here comes I Have a Dream to V. Going to the outside, is going to take over 4th. Skyline Seashell is 5th. Into the turn to the 3/4, Little Town Road. But she shacks right on her bumper. 2nd, 3/4, 125 and 4. Around the final turn, it's Little Town Road with the lead. Racing second is She Shack. Now third on the outside is I Have a Dream to Be. Skyline Seashell underway, moves 3 wide. Top of the stretch, they turn for home. Little Town Road on the inside, but She Shack is closing on the outside. She Shack will now take the lead. Little Town Road second. Battle's going to be on for third, but through the stretch, the first division of the Delmonica Hanover goes to She Shack on the 156.
She Shack by Southwind Frank gets first win in her second career start. Post a mile time of 156 flat for trainer Oka Svanstead. A couple races later, race 10, Love You Bunches by Fordham Road gets her fourth win in 5 starts, 3 straight wins. She had 3 straight wins to start her career and then finished third last time out. Also posts a new lifetime mark of 157 and 4. Let's see how she does it.
Phillies head toward 3 quarters. Kahira Hanover leads it, but Love You Bunches has closed ground second, as has Tap Dance, who now moves to the outside third. Tap Dance takes over second as they go into the turn. Insider Trading to the outside fourth with some trot 3 quarters, 128 and 3. Insider Trading now set sail 3 wide, trying to get to the front runner, Kahira Hanover. Kahira Hanover, the earplugs are now popped. She holds the lead. Love You Bunches needs room, 3 deep on the outside. Insider Trading is closing as they turn for home. Walls are closing in a bit on Kahira Hanover. Love You Bunches closing on the outside. Off stride goes Tap Dance through the stretch. It's Love You Bunches grabbing the lead and pulling away. Insider Trading second. Love You Bunches wins the stake in 157 and 4.
And that wraps up our US Sire Stakes action. And again, sponsored by the USTA. We're actually going to take a step back one more time, one more break here. Quick, get me some water, and we'll be right back with previewing a bunch of stake action coming up over this week. And we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. All right, welcome back. This is our third part, a preview of some of the stake action going down over the weekend. First up, we're going to look at the $310,000 Dan Patch, which is race 13 tonight at Hoosier Park. Field of 11 go to post in this pace. And here they are, the 1, a buck a bet, Hanover with Scott Zeron. 2, Tell Me About It, Michael Oosting. The 3, This Is the Plan with Trace Chetrick. 4, Lose Perlman with David Miller. 5, Southwind Gendry, Brandon Bates. The 6, Line Drive Hanover, James McDonald. 7, Captain Kirk, Ricky Mocumber Jr. The 8, Little Rocket Man, Jean DeLung. The 9, Which Way to the Beach, Peter Wren. 10, Charlie May with Brett Miller. And the 11, Ponda Warrior, Kyle Wolfrong. If you want my picks for this one, I'm going to take the 10, Charlie May, 147 and 4 last time out. Before that, a 147 and 1. That's in the Send It In was the 147 and 4. This horse has 2 wins on the year and 7 starts, 26 lifetime. I'm liking the 5-year-old gelding, Charlie May. For second, I'm going to go with the 11, Ponda Warrior. Last time out, won in 148 and 4, just by a neck, but still won. Had a couple qualifiers before that. That was only 1 start on the year. This will be its 2nd start of 2023. So I think that we'll see if this horse has enough in him to get the job done. For third, I'm going to go with the 6, Line Drive Hanover. Last time out, got second just behind Charlie May. Beat out a couple other horses in this field in that one. Before that, got a couple of wins at Mohawk Park. So right now I'm going to go 10, 11, 6. If I have to throw a fourth one in there, I'm going to throw the 8, Little Rocket Fan. And again, this is race 13 at Hoosier Park tonight. Post time, 6:15 p.m. tonight at Hoosier Park. That's Eastern time. The next deck race we're going to look at is the Carl Milstein Memorial at Northfield Park, which goes down Saturday. $300,000 up for grabs. Field of 9. And they are as follows: 7 Colors with Dexter Dunn. The 2 Buzzsaw Russ, John DeLung. 3 Captains, Batboy, Jordan Stratton. 4 Redwood Hanover, James McDonald. 5 Tip Top Cat, Yannick Gingras. 6 Golden Greatness, Dave Miller. 7 Save America with Scott Ziron. The 8 Chicken and Dice, Aaron Merriman. And the 9 Thunder Hunter Joe, Tyler Buter. In this one, I like the 1, 7 Colors. Finished second last time, just behind Confederate, which could be one of the best horses of the year. So not too bad to be finishing just second behind him. Before that was a couple thirds, finished behind Cannibal and Redwood Hanover. And Redwood Hanover is in this race. But I like 7 Colors with Dexter Dunn in this one. For second, I'm going to go with the 4, Redwood Hanover and James McDonald. Finished second last time they raced in the Adios finals, just behind Cannibal. Finished second in the eliminations as well, behind Cannibal. Both of those races finished just before 7 Colors. So I think these two will definitely battle it out down the stretch. For third, I'm going to go with the 5, Tip Top Cat with Yannick Gingras. Last time out, 1 in 1, 48-4 at the Red Mile. Before that was a second at the Meadowlands. So this horse is definitely capable of, being again up and near the front end. And for fourth, I'm going to go with the 2, Buzzsaw Russ. And again, this is race 11 at Northfield Park Saturday, post time 6:15 p.m. Eastern. Also on Saturday, this time at Woodbine Mohawk Park, a couple of 2-year-old finals. First up, the When You Wish Upon a Star 2-year-old facing fillies, only a field of 5. And they are as such. This is the first race of the night. And here's the field. Staying with Emily, Tyler Jones. 2 Reigning Jade, Bob McClure. Elodie Hanover with Tyler Borth as a 3. 4 Stonebridge Halo, Louis Philippe Bois. And the 5 Pam with Trevor Henry. In this one, I'm going to go with the 2 Reigning Jade. Morning line odds of 4-5. 1 in the first leg of the When You Wish Upon a Star. Finished third last time out. But, pretty consistent times. 152-2 and 152-4 are her mile times. So pretty consistent. Look at the lines, stays flat. So I think the 2 is the one to beat. For second, I'm going to go with the 3. Last time out. Also finished third. That was in the first leg. Has had some time off. Let's see how she bounces back. But 152-4 was her time last time out. For third, I'm going to go with the 5, Pam. And for third, I'm going to go with... for third, I'm going to go with the 4, Stonebridge Halo, Louis Philippe Bois. And for fourth, I'm going to go with the 1, Staying with Emily. A couple races later in the Dreammaker, 2-year-old pacing open, 84,500 up for grabs. Field of 6 this time. And they are the 1, Legendary Hanover, Bob McClure. The 2, Hungry to Win, Tyler Jones. 3, Mine It, Trevor Henry. The 4, Cupid Shuffle, Louis Philippe Bois. 5, Remember the Alamo with Phil Houdon. And the 6, At Ease Hanover, Sylvian Filion. And this one, I also like the 1, Legendary Hanover with Bob McClure. 2 straight wins to start the year, 152-1 last time. Out 26-4 final quarter last time. For second, I'm going to go with the 4, Cupid Shuffle. I like what Louis Philippe Bois has been doing lately. This horse finished 4th last time, but a close 4th. 4th both times in the first 2 legs of the Dreammaker, but, they've been close. Again, it's pretty capable of some pretty speedy closing times. For third, I'm going to go with the 5, Remember the Alamo. 1 last time out. I think these 3 horses, any of them could honestly win. I think coming down the stretch, it will be close. And for fourth, I'm going to go with the 2, Hungry to Win. And again, post time for Mohawk on Saturday is their usual 7 p.m. Eastern time. A couple of stake races in Alberta at Century Downs on Saturday as well, a little bit earlier in the day. Their post time's 3:15 p.m. Eastern time. First up, $101,770 Gord and Ela Rumpel Memorial for 3-year-old fillies. It's race 8 on the card at Century Downs, field of 9. And here they are, the 1, GT Skyla, Logan Gillis in the bike, the 2, Side Piece with Brandon Campbell, 3, Cora, Jamie Gray, 4, Beepopalua with Colin Kelly, 5, Caviar and Crackers with Phil Giesbrick, 6, Risks of a Thunderstorm by Hennessy, 7, Irish Sealster, Nathan Sobey in the bike, and the 8, Short Cell Hanover with Kelly Hort, and the 9, Dear John, I'm Gone, Jean Francis Gagne. In this one, I do like the 1. I'm going to take the 1. GTS Skylar comes in at even odds. 6 wins in the year. Only one hiccup was a second place earlier the year. Other than that, it's been rattling off wins pretty consistently. 153-4 last time out. I think this one will be tough to beat. But if there is one that could beat it with similar lines, is the 2, Side Piece. The only downside about Side Piece is spread out starts. First start of the year was back in March. Won that. Then had a couple months off till May in the Penny Bath Memorial at Fraser. Won that. And then couple months off until August last week in the elimination and won that in 155 flat. So I think this horse has been spread out starts. So let's see what she will do in the first time having back-to-back weeks of starts this year. And she also teams up with Brandon Campbell. So I think this will be a good battle down the stretch. And it'll also be a good battle at front, as if you look at their lines on their program, Side Piece pretty much wins wire to wire, even in qualifiers and real races, wire to wire as much as possible, gets the front end and never gives it up. But so does GT Skylar. That's what she did last time out. They both can win from the back of the pack as well, but they both also can win wire to wire, and they both have the front end. So I think it'll be a really interesting race to see. For third, I'm going to go with the 4, Beepopalua. Had a couple of wins earlier this year in the Marquee elimination, and then finished second in the final, finished 4th in the elimination, so gets into the final. But I think 3 wins on the year in 10 starts, has finished in the top 2 7 of 10 times. So I think a horse that will definitely be there near the end. And for 4th, I'm going to go with Risk of a Thunderstorm, the 6. A couple races later, Colton Geldings have their turn in the $114,250 Ralph Klein Memorial, field of 9. There's also eligible. Why I said 10. And then here's the 1, General Custard with Colin Kelly, 2, Virtual Horizon, Brandon Campbell, 3, Handsome Dan, Phil Giesbrick in the bike, the 4, Stay Thirsty to V, Logan Gillis, the 5, Lumber Baron, JF Gagne, the 6, Rum and Raisin with Jamie Gray, 7, Mickey Mantle with Kelly Hort, 8, Over the Horizon, Nathan Sobey gets the assignment. Well, he's a trainer, so he gives himself the assignment. And the 9, Blue Star Mercury with Mike Hennessy. And the 10, Sitting Waiting on the bench, Tin Can Timmy. In this one, I like the 2. Got to go with the 2, Virtual Horizon, another even money. 10 for 10 on the year. Hard to, I think whoever, even a horse that's coming in at 5-2, like the 1, General Custard, beating Virtual Horizon will be some form of an upset, I believe. But 10 for 10, hard to beat, pretty steady time. 153-2 is a lifetime mark. But like I said, a horse that could beat him is General Custard, the 1. Lifetime mark of 153-4, so not that far off. Won his elimination with that lifetime mark. So, I think these two, again, it depends on who gets the front. And Virtual Horizon has been known to win wire to wire if you look at those lines, but also can win from the back of the pack. Same with General Custard. For third, I'm going to go with the 3, Handsome Dan, the Manitoba bred. Teams up with Manitoba's own Phil Giesbrick. Second in the elimination, just finished behind General Custard. I think, again, these 3 with the inside will all be kind of fighting for some early position. And for 4th, I'm going to go with the outside 8, Over the Horizon. And again, post time, 3:15 Eastern. I think that's 1:15 Mountain Time for Century Downs on Saturday. And last but certainly not least, on Saturday as well, 2 trials for the Gold Cup and Saucer will go down. Trial 1 is race 14. Trial 2 is the next and final race, race 15. And here's the field for the first one. Field of 6 going for $12,500. Roll 'em gets the rail and Mark Campbell. 2, Twin B, Tough Enough with Gales Berriew. The 3, Rockabilly Rebel, David Dowling. 4, Fun at the Beach with Scott Young. 5, Bonus Round, Dave Kelly. And the 6, Living in the Beach Life with Jody Jamieson. And this one, I like the 1, Roll 'em. I think this horse has been pretty tough to beat in everything it's been in, setting track records along the East Coast there. 150, finished third last time, but a string of wins before that. So six wins on the year in 12 starts. Finished top 3 9 out of 12 times. Not too shabby. For second, I'm going to go with the 4, Fun at the Beach. Finished 8th last time out, but before that, was winning at Yonkers and has been, racing pretty well there in the eastern part of the United States. Interested to see what he'll do here at Charlottetown. For third, I'm going to go with the 2, Twin B, Tough Enough. Won last time in 151 and 2 at the preferred at Charlottetown. Before that, finished second at the Invitational at Churro. For third, I'm going to go with, that was my third. For fourth, I'm going to go with the 3, Rockabilly Rebel. The next race, race 15, is the second trial. Another field of 6 going for $12,500. The 1, Covered Bridge with Scott Young. 2, American History, Dale Spence. 3, YS Mathis with Mark Campbell. 4, Beefield Beach, Jody Jamieson. 5, B2B with Jason Hughes. And the 6, Repeal or Replace, Miles Hefferman. And this one, I like the 5. I'm going to go B2B. Got second last time out. Before that, got a win at Charlottetown. I like this horse. 149 and 1 is his lifetime mark at Pocono Downs. I like this horse, and I think Jason Hughes will steer him to victory. For second, I'm going to go with the 1, Covered Bridge. Gets the rail. Last time, qualified a couple days ago. Went wire to wire in that in 152-2 at Yonkers. Comes up here now to Canada. See how he'll fit in. For third, I'll go with the 2, American History. Won last time out as well in 155 and 1 at Woodbine. And for fourth, I will take the 3, YS Matthias. Post time, Charlottetown on Saturday, 3 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Atlantic. The third trial, last race of the card on Monday. I'll talk about that on Monday's show. Here's the field, though, for anyone interested. And that'll be everything for today's show. Thank you again for watching. Thank you for our sponsor, our presenting sponsor, Harness Link, our episode sponsor, Harness Bid, and our US Sire Stakes sponsor, the USTA. I'll be back Monday, 2 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Eastern time. We'll have a recap of all the stake action I just went over. We'll preview the third trial for the Charlottetown Gold Cup and Saucer, and a lot more. So again, 3 p.m. on Monday. On behalf of everyone at Harness Link, myself, Trey Colbeck, ace behind the scenes, take care. Bye-bye.